assuming the obedient has gone to any of these small party, according to my brother, that those small party, any party obedient entered that time would have, you understand? And again, what is happening in Labour Party that I sit down to begin to analyze within my mind, and I've discovered that if Abure actually loved the party, you understand, and if Abure have what they call self-esteem at all, however low, you understand, there are allegations of corruption against you. There are so many, yes, and with proof, and still you are still there. I think a person from the other political party saw the continuous existence of the Labour Party as a threat, and possibly he had been empowered to make sure he kill and bury the Labour Party. Lamidi Apapa was doing the same thing sometimes ago, and at the end of the day, where is he now? So I think the focus and the main business of Abure now, there's a Yoruba proverb, they said, if we cannot eat the beans, then we split the beans, then the beans will be useless to every other person. So I think what Abure is trying to do now is listening to some persons so that he can kill and bury the Labour Party. That is it. But I don't believe that Abure is doing this with normal senses. Possibly there may be a pecuniary reason for him to be doing this.
Probably wanting to still remain in power. Isn't that written enough?
Yes. Yeah, that is it.
Isn't that wanting to remain in power? He
may want to. Some people may tell him to remain in power until he is able to destroy the party. Simple as ABC.
It could be for another reason. It could be that, there are perks that comes with certain positions.
I don't think there is anything too big in the Labour Party that somebody will want to die in the office. Sometimes ago, Nigeria Labour Congress, there are stakeholders in the Labour Party. They picketed against this man that he should step down. The time was, elapsed. But this man insisted. Then the creme de la creme of the party, they came. They even invited him. He refused. He is not doing this thing for nothing. It's not, there are some persons that when they want to destroy their names, you understand, and they want to destroy their name, and they do it for me. So there is something more than what we are thinking.
All right. So you are seeing Abure right now as a mole.
I think it's a serious mole. It's a serious black leg in the Labour Party.
Okay.
And nothing else.
All right. Cheesy, you still have something to add to the story?
Let me think it in the other way. There are people whom I say have some what I call personality coordination or personality crisis. There's this thing that, I was chairman, then became the candidate, and the party is up now.
I should enjoy.
I should not sit there and enjoy it, knowing that there will be some possibility of a lot of people coming into the party again. So let me now enjoy. Without noting two things. First is, it's not about their party. If you were a national political party, one time I told my party, APC, I said, if you were in a party where in election money they brought in like 15 million naira to a local government, I'm using that. And it means that you are now a serious stakeholder of the party should you now win the local government chairman. So the first thing it shouldn't be to eat this one. The first thing is to work to get the government. People should know that, look, sacrifice sacrifice is a piece of offensive. If you want to get a higher thing, you also do higher sacrifice. Except that you want to run. Of course, in this, there's nothing like, okay, hold it. How can Abure, I'm not saying that you may not qualify, how can Abure be looking at himself with the mother? Usman, what is that? That name in that listing somehow brings up the party to that level again.
Yes.
Whether you like it or yes.
Yes.
In fact, when they said she is the Kenya committee chairman, I was like, God, because that's the one woman I like.
Yes.
Wow, there will be an international, global attention to that party.
Because of our personality profile.
Because of our personality. Look at the people that came together and all of them said, oh, let's give it to this woman. In fact, I would have said that that they should even push the woman to have been the national party chairman. She was a senator. That woman was a minister, and she was even the president of the Catholic Women Association of Nigeria. And you don't want to believe what that means. That is a whole. In fact, just being the president of the the Women Conference of Nigeria in Catholic is a whole of global thing. So she has that global thing. She can move the party. And you know, when you have people like that in your party, what it means is that INEC will see, will sense. They'll be careful.
Yes. Even
INEC will be careful. Do you understand that? Even INEC. This Abori. Let me tell him here openly that we know Abori because Obi came into the party.
Yes.
Who knew him? It's just all of this whole thing. People, how many of the other parties chairman do we know? How many? So he should swallow his pride if there's any pride at all. And for the party, naturally speaking, if I was the national chairman when Obi came in, and I'm from the same, zone with Obi, I would have been the one to say no. Let the party chairman come from the north. They're buying even vote. Yes. If you want your party to win.
Yes.
There are people who actually they are there as national chairman to sell certain things, to just be there to be relevant. They don't even want their party to win. They are comfortable if their party is not winning because of course there will be iPad, there will be IPAC meeting, there will be all of those. That not because they want their party to win. That's what is happening to him. I'm telling you, he's a young person. Let it not destroy his future.
All right. As reactions continue to trail the Dangote refinery and the Nigerian National Petroleum Limited fuel price deal, the House of Representatives Minority Caucus has described the 980 naira per litre of pump price as outrageous and exploitative. Chairman of the caucus, Kingsley Chinda, said the development was a burden added to the already struggling Nigerians. In a statement that he signed on Tuesday in Abuja, the lawmaker expressed his outrage over the pump price that varies from 950 naira to 980 naira and above 1,000 naira per litre, depending on the parts of the country. The statement said, "We find this pricing regime to be not only burdensome but utterly unacceptable, particularly in the light of the fact that this fuel is refined locally." The lawmaker emphasized that locally refined fuel should be priced significantly lower than imported fuel as it avoids costs such as landing charges and import duties, insisting that the pricing model was wrong for all intents and purposes. It appears Nigerians are unfairly exploited, especially at a time when many are facing severe economic challenges, he said during NNPCL and Dangote refinery to reconsider their stand in the interest of the poor masses. The statement warned that allowing the current pricing arrangements to continue would only deepen the economic hardships of millions and erode local refineries' ability to deliver affordable fuel. The caucus called on regulatory bodies and the government to urgently review the pricing framework to ensure Nigerians are not subjected to unsustainable fuel prices. The caucus affirmed its commitment to protecting the welfare of the Nigerian people and pledged to engage relevant stakeholders to ensure fair and just fuel pricing. What do you have to say to this story, Jackson?
It's a good move and suggestion or opinion. But how would that one affect?
I wanted to ask you that. Will it change
how would
anything?
That one affect Mr. President? Does Mr. President know that somebody has spoken? Does Mr. President even recognize the caucus we are talking about? You understand? See, the situation on ground now today in Nigeria, just like on Monday on the radio platform, I said something. I said all hope has now been dashed as far as petroleum price as concerned petroleum price, because before now, Nigerians were heavily expectant. We were happy, celebrating in advance that immediately Dangote petrol comes out, definitely we enjoy it. We are not expecting him to sell it for 100 naira or 200 or 300. But even if it is 400, 500, it would have been okay. But you see the controversies around. As of yesterday night, I still heard that Dangote was arguing with NNPC that the price NNPC were claiming now that they bought it from Dangote. Dangote said that was not the price. He sold it to them. You understand? And they said they have the document to show it, but they have not shown the document to us, the public. Now, why is NNPC standing as an intermediary between the people and Dangote? Why didn't you allow the Ipman
marketers?
Why didn't you allow them to go directly to buy from Dangote? And my own submission from the inside is that the cabal that were importing fuel from a country I don't want to mention, whereas Dangote himself mentioned that country and mentioned the refinery there that I belong to some Nigerians. Those people that are bringing it here, they didn't want a situation whereby Dangote price will come and crash their own. Because that particular country, there is no market. So Nigeria is the market, and they don't want anything that will crash their own. So that when they are bringing in their own will be more expensive, whereas Dangote will be more cheaper. But when you look at what is happening now, even the one they imported now, they are so designed it now that is even more cheaper than Dangote own that is produced in Lagos there. But then that is one. Two, we should not forget Dangote is a businessman. The first set of crude that Dangote got, he got it from overseas. You understand? So with that one, and he paid for it in dollars. So the variation between the value of dollar and naira will come to play. That after that time, now they said they should be selling to him in naira. You understand? So maybe the second batch that he would have produced from the one he bought for naira, maybe it could be cheaper. But then I said something. Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should weigh in. There should be an executive order. They should allow Dangote to sell directly to the marketers. What is the role of NNPC in buying and reselling to the marketers? Is there anything they want to make? You are producing the crude. Somebody, you could not run your own refineries. Somebody run his own refinery, produce. You want to still control the price and the sales, the distribution and everything. Wouldn't it be a shameful thing now for NNPC to buy from Dangote, to put it in all the outlet, and the Ipman that have money to do this thing and they can be considerate? You didn't allow them. I think these people are frustrating the country, and I'm saying it. If Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not in support of this sufferness, is not in support of this hardship that we are being faced today in Nigeria, Mr. President should sack all the top executive members of NNPC immediately. They are frustrating the economy. They are giving him bad name. They are making things difficult. Petroleum products are security products. Immediately the price of petroleum product is jacked up, definitely it will affect all the commodities. It will affect the lifestyle of every Nigerians. We are facing a very very difficult time now, and NNPC want to make it more difficult. And I think they are tilting towards frustrating Dangote refinery so that they can continue with their importation. And God is more than them.
Right, Chizzy, what do you have to say?
Well, my sister, this is so confusing. It looks to me like a competitor is going to decide the price of another competitor.
Yes.
That's exactly what it means.
Yes.
NNPC do have their own refineries, do have their own fueling stations. What I would have thought that is that NNPC went to buy from Dangote and now had their own price in their own fueling station.
The question would be, who sold crude to Dangote?
I'm even coming at that.
Who sold crude to Dangote?
No, it is NNPC.
All right.
And then in the first instance, do you know, Chioma, let me use our own local, like we produce Gary. And I'm there in my village. And then I want to now produce the Gary. And then you now said I should travel from my village to Lagos to buy what we produce here. That is, my people will not take it to Lagos. And then I go to Lagos to buy it and bring it back. I mean, I buy the cassava to process the Gary. Which logic is that? Where does it happen? This crude is lifted from here to wherever. And you said to the local person, thanks to the president who has asked that. In fact, not even selling it in Naira, that is the problem. I'm saying, where are they selling it from? From OPEC to sell to? There are percentage at which you must reserve for your locals. I mean, what is that? As if we don't even know these things. That we don't know that there are percentage that you can't take up. That Dangote will have to buy. Now he's saying NNPC should go buy their own from Dangote if they want to buy, and then let other competitors also go to buy.
They should have access.
They should have access to it.
Yes.
Now, to Dangote, I'm saying, do you know how frustrated? Do you see? Nigerians are very patient. Do you know that from last year, all Nigeria was in 60 days? Why is Dangote not working? Why is Dangote not refining? Why is Dangote not selling? Because we are somehow waiting for Dangote,
thinking he would be the Messiah.
Thinking that he will be the Messiah. All of a sudden, Dangote had to sell to you for you to sell to us. I don't understand. Now Dangote will sell to you. That sell to the fleet station. Who will not sell to us?
No, hold on. Let's break it down in a more. You used your village cassava.
Yes.
So it's a situation where Mr. Lekon Ojo now in this instance has a cassava, a Gare plant.
Yes.
You have Gare plant that is dead, that you have refused to revive. But you produce cassava. So now Lekon comes to you to buy the cassava. And then Lekon takes the cassava to his plant and process it to Gary. Then you come back to Lekon and say you will buy the entire Gary and he should not sell to other people. It has to be you. So you now come back, you fix the price for him. You now buy the Gary from him at the price. Come back, make profit from that as well, and come back and decide to now sell to not even the. Let's understand this chain. You know there is a middleman, and then you come in again as a distributor, and then you now sell to the marketers who now sell to retail outlets. So, and at each level, each person is cutting his own profit. At each level, each person is cutting his own profit. So when the Gary finally enters the market, it is sold at, it's just like Nigerian rice. Some bags of Nigerian rice sell the same price for imported rice. So the question would be, what was the point in the first place?
What was the point? So that's what it's so frustrating. You see, Choma, each time people talk about cabals, and I said, if you are a president or you're a governor or something, and then there are still going to be cabals who can manipulate issues against the people, then resign and go back to the house and stay, because you are the highest cabal.
Yes.
By the word of the president today, by his word only, the entire military will be changed today.
Yes.
He does not need to go to the National Assembly. Nothing. That the president can call 1,000 of the Army, Navy, Air Force, Police, and retire them today. So who is the cabal? Same thing in NNPC. When Atiku was coming, I'm not holding brief for him. He said they were going to sell off NNPC because NNPC, Buhari made up know that NNPC is a company, so it's no longer government owned by what they did. He said, look, sell them off. Let there be competition if you want.
Now, when you say NNPC the company, that is right. It's now privatized. Now, when you look at this, when you look at the broader picture of this whole thing, it's even more annoying in the sense that a private company right now is holding the future future is holding Nigerians at ransom. How do you give the entire wealth of in the hands of a person?
That's what I'm coming to say. When they did GSM, let me use that one. We had NITEL. You know, we're also the problem, especially this level. Level, they're also the problem. You know, level we shouting, NITEL, how can you sell off NITEL? If you sell NITEL, we won't get work. One day I asked them, I was so young then. I asked Adam Oshimole, the state of the I don't know what happened, we were together. And I said, excuse me, sir, if they sell off NITEL today, who will be the first qualified people to work in any of the companies? It will be those who have experience. Yes. I do not have experience. And those who have experience, and they will price them higher than myself. He said yes. He said, but how would they get a job? I said, they're the first person because we do not know anything about NITEL. But you see, when they gave equal opportunity to MTEL, that, you know, NITEL, MTEL, Econet, and MTN,
Vodafone and all that.
And, you know, Vodafone. When they gave them equal opportunity, competition, this will fizzle out. Because the competition came. So in the same place, give them equal opportunity.
Good.
Then could they say a price? If that could they fees that, because that could they would have said, okay, I bought it with dollars, but I am hopeful. That's business strategy. I'm hopeful that in October I will buy in Naira. So let me sell like this to attract customers.
But there was a perspective that Leko brought this discussion, that it's very important that you also dwell on it a bit, probably give your own reaction to that. When Leko just spoke, and it struck me, he said that you know that NNPCL imports fuel. And already the fuel sells at a certain price.
Yeah.
Now, you recall that when NNPCL came out to say that they bought the fuel at about 800 and something naira, Dangote responded and said they sold at 600. They responded and they said this is the amount that they sold the PMS to them. Now, Jackson, when he was analyzing this issue, said it could be that NNPCL is trying to control the price and control the market so that it does not, you know, make a nonsense of their own imported fuel, even when it comes into the country. And then Nigerians would be like, okay, what was the point in Dangote refinery? If imported fuel is still selling almost the same price, there is no relief basically when you look at it critically. What's the need for the farm? Why were Nigerians shouting when NNPCL insisted that they were going to sell fuel in crude in dollars to Dangote, and got Dangote came to cry out? You recall that there was a pressure all over Nigeria. Everybody was speaking out and condemning the actions of the government, and they were insisting that fuel should be sold to Dangote in Naira. And this is what we have at the end of the day.
Now, what it means that the once again, what like you said, that even though it was sold in dollars in this initial one,
yes,
Dangote has come out to say, I'm selling today 600 naira. That's what Dangote has said.
Yes.
And they also took about 600 naira. And you know, Jema, in this purchase, in this particular purchase, it's not like NNPC is going there to carry it from anywhere to another place. Is that Dangote is still pumping it to the farm, to the tank, strict. It's not like anything. That's the sale. You produce to that place and then they sell. And then they're going to now buy. Instead of them adding even this 15 naira per liter, which will make like 350 or 700 naira for Nigeria, they are doing all of this. That's the reason why our refineries cannot and do not work. That's what I'm talking about, cabals. I'm talking about cabals, that if you feel that as president and offer, you can, you see, as long as we begin to want to win votes, instead of being a statesman, we cannot do anything in this country. You see, this country, you should be ready as president to say, even if I'm voted out in 4 years,
yes,
let me do the right thing.
Yes.
Even if I'm voted out in 4 years, and Nigeria will not allow you go.
That's a fact.
Nigeria will not allow you go. So look at
they even push for extension of
that in the first instance, that look, that NNPC, look at what is happening in NNPC. I'm going to sell off this thing. Look at what is going to happen. I won't let that. If you remove subsidy and Nigeria knows that a lot of things are happening, there won't be impact in subsidy. Nigeria will not feel the impact of Nigeria will not feel anything about the subsidy.
Yeah, exactly.
If things are working, Dangote just came out and told us he sold for 600 naira per liter, isn't it? I should be Dangote was selling to us directly and we're getting 650 naira. Who would be clapping? Yes. We don't know whether subsidies will be removed or not. will the dollar not change? Will everything not change?
If they even if the marketers even had access to buy at that price, probably they will add cost of logistics and all of that. But at least fuel will be at a really
maybe about just a little above 700.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
It would have been better than 1,004, 1,005.
Oh, this fuel got to 1,000, and all of a sudden it's coming to this place. That's what it means.
This is the NMPCL price. We need to also understand this thing. What it means at the end of the day is, I buy fuel for 1,400, by the way. That's what I buy fuel.
Yeah, sure.
1,400. Now, what it means at the end of the day is that right now, NMPCL sell for, I think, approximately, I don't know how much exactly they sell in at their retail outlets, because I can't stand in the queue. Honestly, I can't stand in the queue. But I think it retails for around between 900 or 890. Yeah. Now, in NMPCL retail outlets, it's selling for 890. And independent marketers, independent retailers are selling for between 1,350 and 1,005. Now, NMPCL is now coming out to tell us that the fuel they bought from Dangote will sell higher than what is already obtainable.
What they are
Nigerians are not thinking about it.
No, what is being imported?
Yes, what is being imported? Because if NMPSL is currently selling 890 in River State, they are saying, according to the price list, that what will sell in River State is 950 naira. What it means is that these independent retailers will now sell for 1,516.
Yes.
So probably the projection will be around December, we'll be buying fuel up to 2,000 naira if care is not taken.
Do you know what they want to do? Shema? What they want to do is that by December, the protest
there'll be kind of scarcity.
The protest will be go and shut down Dangote's refinery. Because
what's the
higher. Why do we need him? What is happening?
Yes.
I am saying Dangote should come out with documents. You see, there was something that happened with Bola Ige. With the former Ayachayo, the former chairman of PDB, and by his grace, I happened on him, and I said, sir, this thing happened that you're telling me now. Shout it out. I said, sir, if you shout it out, you will be killed. If you keep it, they will kill you. So this period, I think Dangote and his people should come out so that this refinery won't die. That's what they're trying to do. I'm telling you the truth. I am still going back to my president, who has a political will, who has the political capacity to be able to do anything. Decide that Awolowo was asking for one day, 24 hours presidency, isn't it?
Yes.
He was asking for 24 hours presidency. Absalami today, General Absalami, was there for roughly 9 months.
Yes.
Isn't it? So even if you were there for only 2 years, but you were able to, and people will say this happened, this happened, this happened, then you will not know that Nigeria is an army that will support the president. Let the president come forthrightly to say no, this will have to happen like this. Let them fight the cabals. Who are the cabals?
Who are the cabals?
You have the cabals.
They are only subjects.
See, as I talk with this Chairman, even if the president wants to take his aides and appoint army general, I hope you know, Chairman, that somebody was custom general who was not a member of the custom service.
Yes.
What did we do?
A retired army colonel.
A retired army colonel.
Yes.
They brought him to become custom general.
Yes.
What did we do? So even if you take your loyalists who will do, see, Nigeria, we need strong hand. Those persons who corruption, you just said corruption has a way of fighting back. So you must be ready. Chairman, as president, I will not allow those people to do that.
All right.
No.
All right, Jackson. Very quickly, what as we conclude? What are your final?
Yeah, I said it. Let the president come out and wear the big stick. Evil will not fall.
Do you see him having the political will to do that?
It depends on him. His name is either he want his name to be written in gold on the side of time, or he want his name to be written in mud on the side of time. It all depends on him.
Well, we are rounding up this show on a very sober note. But then we pray that things get better at this point.
Yes, sir.
When you're about to buy for 8,600.
See, the Bible says the earth will vomit its inhabitants. This is what begin to happen. Then I still believe there is hope. Like you asked him, do you think the president has a political will? There hasn't been any president in Nigeria that do have loyalties in National Assembly and everywhere like this president. So if he fails, there will be a problem. So he is the one who can do it right now.
Yes.
All right. And this is where we wrap it up on this episode of Open Conversation. Thank you so much, Jackson Lokojo, for coming on
It's
Open
my
Conversation.
pleasure all the time.
And
Thank you.
And thank you, Chizzy, for coming on Open Conversation. It's always a pleasure having you both.
Thank you.
And once again, to the Chairman and CEO of Morrison Communications, Honorable Chief Dr. Chinyere Igwe. Happy birthday. We greatly celebrate you. And we are open for advert placements, bookings, and commercials. You can connect with us on all our ATN socials, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic Television Network, on Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. Watch us live on our website, www.atlantictv.network.tv. Thank you for watching. I am Ogu Laurentia Choma. Transition News comes up next. Do not go away.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are on the sea.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
What representatives are proper critical needs of this minister and the government.
As always said, there are two sides of people, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the coward and the hypocrites. Which I am.
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians believe now is not about the